right, is it
Well, so the
time?
number one,
You
yeah,
gotta say it at the same
the
time.
number one obviously is.
Hold on. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Super Mario Sunshine. There we go. Yeah, has to
It's all-time favorite game. It's the best game on GameCube. But it didn't. It doesn't get any credit. It doesn't. You won't like. It's so underrated.
be. Yeah, it's completely underrated. I cannot believe. Like, I mean, Super Mario 64 is obviously that's the original. That's the classic. But and then Super Mario Galaxy was like a big seller. But Super Mario Sunshine is like the perfection of both games. It's like it's dialed down in the controls. Like it's a perfect in between. Like right in the middle. Like there's a ton of skill that is involved in that game that the other two don't necessarily have, and it is just it's an unbelievable game. It is so good. It's extremely underrated. I am like disappointed that that's the only Mario like mainline game that really hasn't seen a sequel or a remake or anything, and it's wildly disappointing. It's like wildly disappointing. Galaxy has a sequel. 64 has a remake for the DS that adds 3 characters, so it's basically in effect it's a sequel. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Sunshine's just there, and it's great. And they produce some of the greatest characters too, like the Pianas and the Nokis. And I mean, come on, man, what are we doing?
Say what? Correct.
We're back.
After. So,
All right.
I mean, I think that was the list.
I think that was the list. I think we pretty much covered it. Like you said, we're both very big Super Mario Sunshine fans. I think I want to say objectively it is the greatest game ever. People just don't know it. It's just such a great game. I mean, Steven and I we've speedrun the game. We've done speedruns of the game for at least the last 10 years. I can't believe I went through the entirety of high school without knowing you were that big of a Sunshine fan. Because I was such a big Sunshine fan. We just never talked about it. We talked about all the other games.
Well, this is another thing. The more people I've talked to, the more people I realize haven't played this game.
Yes.
And so it's like few and far between actually finding someone who has played the game, let alone who has beaten the game in its entirety. Like gotten all the blue coins, gotten all the shines. I mean, and yeah, so when we got into speedrunning, like I found speedrunning a long time ago, which is actually crazy because the first time I watched a speedrunner was this this guy, Raise Fire. And I think I saw him on Twitch. Now he's like a super popular Mario Maker 2 YouTuber with like a ton of subscribers. So pretty funny how like, I don't know, having such a niche interest can like lead to somebody doing it full time. I don't know. Pretty interesting.
Amazing. Hopefully we'll get there one day.
Well, see, I think that to end this off, I think that this needs to be your channel.
Okay. My channel?
Mainly because my channel's too focused on software development.
Right.
I don't think I could pivot 8 years of work.
I think that would be that'd be difficult. I think the advice I've been getting from a lot of people is you would need an alternate channel. So
And I just don't have time. So, but I think if you made a channel, I think it would work.
All right, well, challenge accepted. It's a
So,
great game.
We'll see.
I enjoy speedrunning it with you, and in fact, we should speedrun it the next time we hang out.
And I think to preface it, when we say speedrun, we're like decent at it, but when you watch like
decent.
actual speedruns,
They're insane.
it's just
They're perfect.
next level.
They're perfect. They know their next move before they even make it. And so, like for us, it's like we have to be constantly thinking, okay, what do we do now? Whereas these guys, they just do it, and they know how to adapt, and it's difficult. When you slip and you fall off the course, it's like your momentum is just gone. So
Well, the secret levels are really like the first time you play through them, you don't have flood, and the controls are so tight. But there's like something about sometimes when you do the spin jump, I don't care how good you are at it. Sometimes you just spin jump and then go in a completely different direction you thought. But you need the spin jump to get to certain places in these platform levels, so it's very challenging.
yeah, yeah, no, for sure, it is a difficult game. Some of those secret levels are not only hard to complete, but they're hard to get to, and
Yeah.
it's just such a well-rounded game. I mean, the shine sprites. It's like everything was just unique about that game, down to the actual like star. Like it's not a star; it's a shine sprite, and so it's just creative. It's like it's a tropical paradise getaway. It's like it makes me want to actually go there and clean up some goop. But
Also, can we talk about that? This is like the first game where there's like a lot of voice dialogue,
oh
like
yeah,
in places you wouldn't expect.
like Bowser actually speaks English and doesn't roar.
Yeah.
Like that was amazing. And then it was so weird too. Like, yeah, when just like Bowser's like trying to convince Bowser Jr. that Peach is his mama. It's like, Mama
Yeah,
Peach.
that was
That was is just weird, but it's funny. But yeah, there was a lot of dialogue, and it was very neat. They just did very well with cutscenes in the 2000s era of Nintendo gaming. I don't think they'll ever beat it. I don't think they'll ever beat it, but it's a fun game, and we just will speed run each other, and every world there's 7 worlds plus the Bowser level, and basically we'll like call each other FaceTime or whatever, and we'll rush all this. Getting the 8th sprite is how you beat the thing. So you can skip sprites. The game doesn't let you, so you have to know how the glitches work. But basically, we skip sprites and when we can, and whoever gets that 8th sprite first gets the point. And so I will say I think Steven definitely has an edge on me in Super Mario Sunshine. He's very good at that game, and it's definitely I'm the underdog a lot of times. I got your number in Gelato Beach. I feel like for sure. Pinna Park is usually pretty tight, but I feel like I edge it out on those balloons. But you got Bianco Hills down very well. You got Serena Hotel down very well, and then really Noki Bay is a toss up, and then Piano Village I think you got an edge on. So it's Steven with the advantage for sure. But we're pretty good, we're pretty good.
I will say the hotel level with Boo, it's possible that because Boo is the sequence of events is random. You don't know how many iterations it takes for Boo to go down and up and then spawn the right things to hit him. You can get like the bubbles or whatever. It's possible. I've seen somebody say that it took him a few days because you can get a certain sequence where Boo will never trigger the peppers.
Wow. Huh.
Which is pretty wild. There's a lot of that game's pretty broken. Like, yeah. I mean, fundamentally, like it's especially if you know the rocket storage, and you know all the skips. I mean, you can effectively break the game and skip like 50% of the content. I mean,
oh yeah.
But that's what kind of makes it fun, like because I feel like for me, like playing this as a kid, I didn't know about any of the skips, and I could barely find the blue coins, but now I know all the skips, and it just adds a whole other element to the game, which makes it fun.
That's true. It really changes it too, because it's like we found a new way to beat the game, and it's just a fun game. I mean, we didn't. I knew going into this that Sunshine was going to be both of our favorites. You kind of were trying to throw me off a little bit with the Superstar Baseball, because for the past month you've been talking about it, as like the greatest
It's a pretty
game
fun
ever.
game.
And it is. It's a great game.
It's
but
very good game. Yeah.
I knew ultimately it would settle on Sunshine, and I just knew, like, when we were going to get to one, I knew we were going to say it at the same time. But it wasn't planned, but we knew. We knew.
You gotta play the original, though. The Switch remake isn't good. It lags too much.
That's true. That's true. There is definitely a difference between the two. Playing the original is always better, but I will say the Switch still has the same glitches, to my surprise, that the original one does.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. But
Yeah.
I think you're right about that. The Switch one is a little bit glitchier, but yeah, it's just a well-rounded game. It's the best Mario game ever, and I don't think they'll ever make another Mario game that has the same feel and the same controls as that Sunshine game. And honestly, at this point, if they make a sequel of it, it won't feel like the original, and I feel like I'm going to be pretty let down. So my hopes are not high for that. I'll just stick to really enjoying Sunshine and playing that. So yeah,
That's it. The GameCube is the best console.
that's it.
It's the golden era of
It really
Nintendo.
is. It absolutely is. It's the golden era of gaming in general.
Before you spent like $90 on a game and had to buy add-ons just to play the game. Back when you bought it once and that was it.
Yeah, back when the DLC wasn't the
There's
cost.
ads in games. There's like
That's crazy.
games are like
I mean, the DLC these
a whole
days,
mess.
the DLC costs more than the game itself, and it's not an extra game. I mean, like with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, for example, you were paying the price of a new game, and you just got, what was it, 11 characters? 10, maybe? 10 or 11 characters, maybe a few maps. That's it. You pay all that money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess they justify it by saying, well, there was only 12 characters in 64 and there was only 12 maps in 64. But I'm like, okay, sure. But we're not in 1996 anymore. We're in 2025 or whatever. It's like, it's nuts, but people pay them, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm buying the full game anymore these days. Again, I feel like I'm aging ourselves here, but we are talking about an era of gaming that was over 20 years ago, so we're up there in the gaming community, I guess. But
pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
all right, I guess the end of the video.
There you have it. There's our Steven and I's top 10 video games, GameCube games of all time. There we go. All right. See you on the next one, folks.